Boy, isn't this a little bit hard to explain? Hey, Asia, what didn't you say yesterday you didn't have a sexual relation with this boy? Let's jump into the news because, hey, men are victims too, right, Asia? It's not just a female Me Too movement thing. You know I'm going to have a field day with this, don't you? But let's jump into it. Asia Argento, might be mispronouncing, in bed with 17-year-old boy in sexual encounter. Okay, so we did actually speak very quickly about this, guys, and if you haven't seen yesterday's video, it's a bit of a discussion about this between me and Satellite, so obviously check that out. I'll put a link at the end of the cue cards for that. But Asia Argento says she did not have sex with a 17-year-old Jimmy Bennett, but a photo and various text messages between Argento and a friend telling a very different story. She is flat out saying she had sex with him. This is one of 4 photos Bennett, now 22, took in Miranda Row hotel room back in 2013. The then 37-year-old Argento and Bennett are on a bed shirtless, their heads on a pillow and their arms entangled. Sources tell TMZ the picture was taken after the two had intercourse. It's a crime in California for an adult to have sex with a person under the age of 18. Bennett later threatened legal action and, in April, Argento settled with him for $380,000, which her boyfriend Anthony Bourdain paid. Argento released a statement Tuesday saying, "I have never had any sexual relationship with Bennett." Really? Is that still what you're saying right now? Because this kind of looks a little damning. This kind of looks like a photo that you take with your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever it may be after you've just had sex. Just saying. And this is not the most damning part of this whole statement, but let's keep going. So, in a text message, she said, "I had sex with him. It felt weird. I didn't know he was a minor until the shakedown letter. The public knows nothing, only what the New York Times wrote, which is one-sided. The shakedown letter, the horny kid jumped me." It's weird because when guys say this sort of stuff, it's normally said it's too bad. You're supposed to be able to control your hormones. But anyway, what's up with the photo taken in bed? I think that's one to be the hardest to cushion. Images are annoyingly assumptive nation. You can see my tits, that's all. It doesn't mean shit. He's standing up. No, he's laying in bed with you, but anyway. When I was 17, I was with a 33-year-old man for years. I had just turned 17. If I lose my job, I will move to Africa or the Amazon forest. I want to be among the 90% of the people of the world that don't give a fuck about this shit. Above a particular text message exchange between Argento and one of her friends, Argento and the friend went back and forth in the midst of backlash from the New York Times story that ran Sunday about her and Bennett. Argento's message are in grey, her friends are in blue. Also, she wrote, he wrote me this afterwards and kept sending me unsolicited nudes all those years up until 2 weeks before the attorney's letter. It wasn't rape, but I was frozen. He was on top of me after he told me he had been. After he told me I had been his sexual fantasy since he was 12. Argento says Bennett wrote this note above on Ritz-Carlton Stationery, the hotel where they had hooked up. He said, "Asia and I love you with my heart. I'm glad we met, and I'm so glad you're in my life, Jimmy." She texted her friend and the note saying, he wrote me this afterwards and kept sending me unsolicited nudes for all those years, up to 2 weeks before the attorney's letter. She goes on to say, it wasn't rape, sick, but I was frozen. I was on top of me after he told me I had been his sexual fantasy since I was 12. Argento has accused Harvey Weinstein of rape and is one of the first women to come out forward in the Me Too movement. Harvey Weinstein's lawyer, Ben Frubman, lashed out earlier this week, saying in development reveals a stunning level of hypocrisy by Argento and one of the most vocal catalysts who sought to destroy Harvey Weinstein. As we reported, the LA County Sheriff Department is reaching out to Bennett to determine if a criminal investigation is warranted. We reach out to Argento's lawyer. So far, no word back. So, look, at the end of the day, what's my takeaway? Look, these images, yeah, there is a chance, a very slim chance they could be fake. You don't know. And look, obviously, you know, if he wants to press charges or anything along those lines, then obviously I'd like this settled in a court, not in a court of public opinion. Like I've always said, and I'm going to be a stickler here for going through and being consistent, I suppose, for lack of a better word. Look, I complained when Harvey Weinstein ran out of town with a pitchfork mob, so I can't say the same thing with her. But that said, I do find it very, very interesting the fact that she claims she hasn't had sex with him, but admits in a text message that he jumped her. Look, is the age a big thing? 17, look, it's illegal, yes. But 17? No. Look, legal age in Australia is 16. Is it possible she didn't know he was 18? Sure. You know, what are you supposed to do? I suppose go around and get ID on everybody before you hook up. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, it is possible and everything like that. I'm more upset about the fact that she tried to lie about this. And the fact that she went to and pushed this whole Me Too movement when she was literally trying to settle this case herself. That in itself is a stunning level of hypocrisy, like what Harvey Weinstein. Now look, Harvey Weinstein, not saying he isn't an asshole, not saying he hasn't done anything wrong. We've all done shit in our past, but at the end of the day, you know, is she any better than Harvey Weinstein right now? Or is Harvey Weinstein any worse than what she is? To me, it's, yeah, they're both guilty of doing the same sort of thing. And look, you know, you want to go on about privilege and power? She is literally a movie star. She would have all the power under the sun. So, yeah, I would say this is technically rape. And this is technically sex with a minor. So, yeah, I don't know. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think she should be charged with having sex with a minor? Are you more upset about the fact that she lied about this and tried to cover it up? Or is it the payoff that bothers you? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new, channel welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.